Hello friends, welcome to Mahesh Maths classes. We make it easy, you learn it quickly. Coordinate geometry part 2. Before watching this video, make sure that you have watched part 1. Today we learn about distance between 2 points. How to find the distance between 2 points. Now let us take 2 points on y-axis. So these are 2 points on y-axis. This is 0, 0 and this is 0, 4. Now if you observe from here to here, what is the distance? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Okay. So otherwise you can subtract 0 from 4. So that is, this is the distance 4 units. How did you get that 4 units? 4 minus 0. So simply we have subtracted the value of this from this. That is the difference between the y coordinates. Now let us take two more points on y axis again. So this is 0, 0 and 6, 0. Sorry, 0, 0 and 0, 6. So this is the distance. So from 0 to 6, what is the distance? It is 6 units. Otherwise, 6 minus 0 you can say. Okay, that is 6 units. Now, you take any 2 points here. 3, 6 and 3, minus 4. Now, these are the 2 points with the same x coordinates. With the same x coordinates. Or you can say these are the 2 points on a line which is parallel to y-axis. So, when we have taken 2 points on y-axis, let us say this is 0, 1 and 0, 5. What is the distance between these 2 points? If you observe, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Or you can say the difference of y coordinates, that is 5 minus 1, that is 4 units, is the distance between those 2 points. Yeah. In the same way, when you take 2 points on a line parallel to y-axis, or you can say 2 points with the same x coordinates, how to find the distance between them? The formula is same. The difference between two y coordinates, that is 6 minus of minus 4, that is 6 plus 4, that is equal to 10 units. Or you can ask me, sir, why can't I take minus 4 minus 6? Yes, you can take, but the answer will be negative. So minus 4 minus 6 will be minus 10. The distance can't be negative. Therefore, you can take this, but you have to take the absolute value of this. You can take the modulus value of this. So modulus minus 10, that is 10 units. So when you have modulus, the value will be positive. So when you have 2 points with the same x coordinates, the distance between them will be the difference of their y coordinates. On y-axis, that is 0, y1 or 0, y2. Or you take any 2 points with the same x coordinates, that is a, y1 and a, y2. The formula will be same, that is y2 minus y1, and you can take the absolute value of this. So that is modulus y2 minus y1. Okay, so the formula will be like this. The distance between 2 points on y-axis is y2 minus y1, or the distance between 2 points a, y1 and a, y2 whose x coordinates are same is modulus y2 minus y1. Now, let us find out the distance between 2 points on x-axis. So, let us take this is 1.0, 0 and this is 4, 0. Now, what will be the distance between them? So, clearly it is 4 units. How did you get that? 4 minus 0. That is 4 units. Means it is nothing but the difference between the x coordinates. 4 minus 0. Now, let us take two more points on the same x-axis. This is minus 2, 0 and this is 3, 0. So, what will be the difference, distance between them? So, this is 1 unit, 2 units, 3, 4, 5 units. If you count, it is 5 units. So, if you subtract minus 2 from 3, that is 3 minus of minus 2 will be 3 plus 2, that is equal to 5 units. So, it is nothing but the difference of x coordinates. Okay, so let us generalize this, or let us take the distance between 2 points with same y coordinates now. So what about these points? 1, comma 4 and 5, comma 4. Here the x coordinates are different, but the y coordinates are same. So in this case also the formula will be same. The difference of x coordinates, that will be 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Okay. Now let us generalize this. So these are the 2 points, x1 comma 0. Let us say that it is x1 and this is x2. So it is x2 comma 0. The distance between 2 points on x-axis, or let us take 2 points with the same y coordinates, means which is 2 points which are on a line parallel to x-axis. The formula will be same, modulus x2 minus x1. You have to take the absolute value of the difference of the x coordinates. Okay, so this is the formula to find the distance between 2 points on x-axis or 2 points with the same y coordinates. Okay. Now let us take different points. Till now we have taken 2 points on y-axis, or 2 points on a line parallel to y-axis, or 2 points on x-axis, or 2 points on a line parallel to x-axis. Now let us take completely different points. Now let us take 0 comma 0 and 6 comma 8. So what will be the distance between them? This will be the distance between them. Now let us see what it is representing on x-axis. It is representing 6 on x-axis, and how much it is representing on y-axis? It is representing 8 on y-axis. So from here to here, what is the distance? Or can I say from here to here, what is the distance? So from here to here it is 6 units. And from here to here, what is this distance? How much it is representing on y-axis? That is 8. So now see, this is 8 and this is 6. So clearly this point is 6 comma 0. Now if you observe this, a triangle is formed here. Clearly it is a right angle triangle because x-axis and y-axis are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so now we know that this distance is 6 units and this is 8 units, and we know that it is an hypotenuse. By using Pythagoras theorem, can't you find the distance between these 2 points? Let us say this is x. Now can I say x square is equal to 6 square plus 8 square? By using Pythagoras theorem, yes. 6 square is 36, 8 square is 64. So x square, 36 plus 64 is 100. Therefore x is equal to root 100, that is 10. We have to consider only the positive value as we are finding the distance here. So what is x value? It is 10 units. So this is the distance between 0 comma 0 and 6 comma 8. So now let us take one more problem. These are the 2 points, 11 comma 11 and 3 comma 5. We have to find this distance. Now let us say what it is representing on x-axis. Let us say this is x-axis. So it is representing 11 on x-axis. And what it is representing on y-axis? Let us say 11 on y-axis. So let us take this as x-axis and this as y-axis. So let us say this is y-axis. This is x-axis. Now what is this point? This is 3 comma 5, means it is representing 3 on x-axis and 5 on y-axis. So this is 5 and this is 3. Now can you tell me what is this point? Now it is representing 11 on x-axis. So 11 comma representing 5 on y-axis. Therefore 11 comma 5. Now can you tell me what is the distance between these 2 points with the same y coordinates? Yes, it is nothing but the difference between two x coordinates. 11 minus 3, that is equal to 8. Now what about this? So how did you get this? This is 11 minus 3. Difference between x coordinates. What about this? Here the x coordinates are same. Therefore what will be the difference? The difference of y coordinates, that is 11 minus 5, that is equal to 6. So how did you get that? That is 11 minus 5, the difference of y coordinates. Now you know this is 8, this is 6. Just now we did that. So x is equal to Okay, in the previous problem we did that. X is equal to 10 when it is 6, and this is 8, this will be 10 units. Or you can do it here again, x square equal to 6 square plus 8 square, which is equal to 100. By using Pythagoras theorem, x will be 10 units. So this is how we find the distance between 2 points. So let us take one more problem. Now what it is representing? It is representing x. So it is representing x. It is representing 5 on x-axis, and it is representing 4 on y-axis. So this point will be 5 comma 4. This point will be 5 comma 4, because this representing 4 on y-axis and it is representing 5 on x-axis. So what will be the distance between them with the same y coordinates? Okay, 5 minus 1, that is equal to how much? It is 4. And what about this distance? 7 minus 4, that is nothing but 3 units. Now we know that x square equal to 3 square plus 4 square. So x square is 25, therefore x is equal to 5 units. But isn't it a lengthy process to find this point and finding x value and y value? Yes. So let us find out a formula. Let us generalize this method. So let us take 2 points x1 and y1, x2 and y2. x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. We have to find this distance. Now this point, what it is representing on x-axis, let us take. It is representing x2, and what it is representing on y-axis, it is y1. Okay, now this is x1, and what about this? Let us extend this. What it is representing on y-axis, it is representing y2. Now what will be what will be this point? It is representing x2 on x-axis and y1 on y-axis. So x2 comma y1. Now what will be the distance between these 2 points with the same y coordinates? That will be the difference between the x coordinates, that is x2 minus x1. What about this distance now? That is with the same x coordinates. Therefore the distance will be the difference of the y coordinates, that is y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, now this is a right angle triangle. Clearly we have to find this distance. Okay, so can I say d square is equal to x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square using Pythagoras theorem? Yes. So what will be the distance? D is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is nothing but the difference of x coordinate whole square plus difference of y coordinates whole square. So this is the standard formula to find the difference between 2 points, any 2 points, x1 y1 and x2 y2. So let us write it. The distance between 2 points ax1 y1 and bx2 y2 is AB. It is denoted by AB. The distance between A and B is denoted by AB. The distance between P and Q is denoted by PQ. R and S denoted by RS. So therefore, it is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So let us do some problems on this distance formula. Okay. Find the distance between the points P2 comma 3 and Q4 comma 1. 2 points are given, P2 comma 3, Q4 comma 1. So let us assume that this is x1 and y1, x2 and y2. So x1 is equal to 2, y1 is equal to 3, and x2 is equal to 4, y2 is equal to 1. So what is the distance between P comma Q? It is denoted by PQ, and the formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So that is equal to x2 minus x1, 4 minus 2 whole square plus y2 minus y1, 1 minus 3 whole square. So what is 4 minus 2? It is 2 square plus 1 minus 3 minus 2 whole square. So 2 square is 4 plus 4, that is root 8 units. Or if you simplify this, you can write it as 4 into 2, and root 4 is 2, 2 root 2 units. So the distance between the 2 points 2 comma 3 and 4 comma 1 is 2 root 2 units. Next, find the distance between the points A minus 5 comma 7, B minus 1 comma 3. So what is the formula? AB is equal to square root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So in the previous problem, I wrote the formula as x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under root. But here I wrote x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Am I confused? No. So if you confuse like this, so don't worry, it doesn't matter because we are squaring anyhow. Either it is x1 minus x2 or x2 minus x1, whether it is positive or negative, when you are squaring, the value will be same. So nothing to worry when you write x1 minus x2 instead of x2 minus x1. Okay, so now let us substitute the values. X1 is minus 5 minus x2 minus 1. So minus of minus 1. You should be very careful with the symbols. Otherwise, you will lose the answer. Y1 is 7 minus y2 is 3. 7 minus 3 whole square. So that is minus 5 minus into minus plus 1 whole square plus 7 minus 3 4 square. So minus 5 plus 1 is minus 4 whole square is 16 plus 4 square is 16. So 16 plus 16 32. You can write it as 16 into 2. Root 16 is 4 and root 2 will be as it is. So 4 root 2 units is the answer. Next question. Find the distance between the points 0 comma 0 and A comma B. So clearly it is x1, y1, it is x2 and y2. So the distance between O and A is denoted by OA. So let us substitute the formula. I am not writing the formula now. X2 minus x1 whole square, A minus 0 whole square plus y2 minus y1, B minus 0 whole square. So that is root of A minus 0, that is A square. So A square plus B minus 0 is B square. Now, no need of finding the formula or the distance between origin and A comma B using x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square formula from now on, because we have derived a formula here. The distance between origin, when one of the points is origin, then we can use this formula directly. That is, the distance between 0 comma 0 and A comma B will be under root A square plus B square. So this is also an important point to be noted. Now let us do one problem on this. 0 comma 0 and 3 comma 4. Here A is 3, B is 4. So what is the distance? The distance is root A square plus B square directly. 3 square plus 4 square. So 3 square is 9 plus 4 square is 16. 9 plus 16 is root 25, that is 5 units. So it is a shortcut formula when you have one of the points as origin. Okay, next. If the distance between the points x comma 7 and 1 comma 15 is 10, then find the value of x. Now, what is the distance between them? Let us say this is A, this is B point. So AB is equal to 10 units. Now x comma 7 and 1 comma 15. What is the formula we have to use? Under root x2 minus x1. 1 minus x whole square plus y2 minus y1. 15 minus 7 whole square is equal to 10 units. We have to find the value of x here. So let us square on both sides to remove this square root. So what you will have? 1 minus x whole square plus 15 minus 7. 8 square is equal to 10 square. Why? Because we are squaring on both sides. So now 1 minus x whole square is equal to 10 square is 100 minus 8 square is 64. I am sending this 8 square to the other side. 100 minus 64 is 36. So 1 minus x whole square. Now I am taking 1 minus x value. If you send the square to other side, it will become square root 36. So 1 minus x is equal to square root 36 is plus or minus 6. You can take plus or minus here because it is x value, not the distance. So you can take plus or minus here. Means 1 minus x is equal to 6. 1 minus x is equal to minus 6. So minus x is equal to 6 minus 1. Minus x is equal to 5. X is equal to minus 5. And here 1 minus, okay, minus x is equal to minus 6 minus 1. Minus x equal to minus 7. Both sides, if you cancel the minus, x is equal to 7. Therefore, x value is minus 5 or x is equal to 7. Okay. Next, show that the quadrilateral formed by the points A 4, 5, B 7, 6, C 4, 3 and D 1, 2 is a parallelogram. So whenever you come across such type of problems, you have to remember 4 points. What are they? Let us see. So in order to prove that a given figure is a square, so to prove that it is a square, we have to prove that the four sides are equal and the diagonals are also equal. So when you take a square, in a square, all sides are equal and the diagonals are also equal. So in order to prove that these 4 points are vertices of a square, suppose, then we have to show that these 4 sides are equal and the diagonals are also equal. Suppose if you have to prove that these are the vertices of a rhombus, then we have to prove that 4 sides are equal and diagonals are not equal. So in a rhombus, we know that the diagonals are not equal. Okay, so this diagonal and this diagonal are not equal. D1 is not equal to D2. We know that. But all the sides are equal. So this is the difference between square and rhombus. In the square, the diagonals are equal. But in the rhombus, the diagonals are not equal. So suppose if you have to show that these are the vertices of a rectangle, means in the rectangle also the opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal. And the diagonals are also equal. Okay, so opposite sides are equal and the diagonals are equal in the rectangle. So next, if you have to show that these are the vertices of parallelogram, then in this also the opposite sides are equal, but the diagonals are not equal. The diagonals are not equal. So these are the points you have to remember to prove this type of problems. Okay, the diagonals bisect each other. The diagonals bisect each other. The diagonals bisect each other means the midpoint of one diagonal is equal to the midpoint of the other diagonal. Means that both the diagonals have the same midpoint. Okay. Problem A, B, C, D we have. Let us find the distance between A, B first. So what is A comma B? Let us take A is 4 comma 5 and B is 7 comma 6. So when you take, we are taking one quadrilateral. We don't know what is this. Just I am drawing a rough diagram here. A, B, C, D. So let us find the distance between. What is the length of this side? It is nothing but the distance between A and B. So what is the distance between A and B? So under root 7 minus 4 whole square plus 6 minus 5 whole square. X2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So 7 minus 4 is 3 square plus 1 square. 3 square is 9 plus 1 square is 1 root 10 units. Now let us take BC. What is BC here? 4 minus 7 whole square under root 4 minus 7 whole square plus 3 minus 6 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square. So that is 4 minus 7 is minus 3 whole square plus 3 minus 6 is minus 3 whole square. So that is minus 3 whole square is 9, minus 3 whole square is 9, 9 plus 9 root 18. Now let us take CD. So C and D, what is C here? C is 4 comma 3 and D is 1 comma 2. So that is equal to 1 minus 4 whole square plus 2 minus 3 whole square. So 1 minus 4 is minus 3 whole square plus 2 minus 3 is minus 1 whole square. So that is minus 3 whole square is 9, minus 1 whole square is 1, that is root 10. So the final one is dA. So what is D here? 1 comma 2 and A is 4 comma 5. Let us find the distance between them. 4 minus 1 whole square plus 5 minus 2 whole square. That is 3 square plus 3 square, root 9 plus 9, that is root 18. Okay. So now if you observe here, AB is equal to CD. AB is equal to CD. Opposite sides are equal. And BC is equal to DA. Opposite sides are equal. So now we have to go through the diagonals. So let us find the distance between B and D, that is length of BD. So what is B? 7 comma 6 and D is 1 comma 2. So let us take 1 minus 7 whole square plus 2 minus 6 whole square, that is equal to minus 6 whole square plus minus 4 whole square, that is 36 plus 16 root 52. And next is AC. What is A here? 4 comma 5 and C is 4 comma 3. So therefore 4 minus 4 whole square plus 3 minus 5 whole square, that is 0 square plus minus 2 whole square. So that is 0 plus 4, that is root 4, that is equal to 2 units. So the diagonals are not equal. So opposite sides are equal and the diagonals are not equal. So these vertices are the vertices of the parallelogram. Therefore, the quadrilateral formed by A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. Okay. Next. Show that the quadrilateral formed by the points A, B, C, D is a square. So, in order to prove that these are the vertices of a square, we have to show that all sides are equal and also the diagonals are equal. So, let us take AB first. AB. So, 4 minus 1 whole square plus 2 minus 7 whole square. X2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So that is equal to 3 square plus minus 5 square. That is 9 plus 25 root 34. Next let us take BC. This is B and C. X2 minus x1 whole square minus 1 minus 4 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square minus 1 minus 2 whole square. That is minus 5 whole square plus minus 3 whole square. So that is 25 plus 9, that is root 34. So AB and BC both are equal. Let us check CD. C and D. Minus 4 minus of minus 1. That is minus 4 plus 1 whole square plus y2 minus y1. 4 minus of minus 1. That is 4 plus 1 whole square. So that is minus 3 whole square plus 5 square. So again it is 9 plus 25. It is root 34. Next DA. So what is D here? D is minus 4 comma 4. And what is A? A is 1 comma 7. So what is the distance between them? 1 plus 4 whole square plus 7 minus 4 whole square. That is 5 square plus 3 square, root 25 plus 9 root 34. So all sides are equal. So AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. So in square all sides are equal, but we have to go for the diagonals now. So what is AC? AC is the diagonal. So 1 comma 7 and minus 1 comma minus 1. So what is the distance? Minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 minus 7 whole square, that is minus 2 whole square plus minus 6 whole square. that is equal to 4 plus 36 root 40. Now let us take BD. So what is B here? 4 comma 2. And what is D here? Minus 4 comma 4. Let us find the distance between them. Minus 4 whole square plus 4 minus 2 whole square. So that is equal to square root. Minus 4 means minus 8 whole square plus 4 minus 2 is 2 square. And here we did a mistake here. Minus 1 minus 7. So it is minus 8. So this will become 4 plus 64. 8 square is 64. Therefore root 68. So here also 8 square is 64 plus 4, that is equal to root 68. Therefore opposite sides are equal and the diagonals are also equal. Therefore these are the vertices of a square. Okay. Next problem. Find the radius of the circle whose center is 3 comma 2 and passes through minus 5 comma 6. Now see, this is a circle whose center is 3 comma 2 they have given, and this circle is passing through a point minus 5 comma 6. Let us say this is a point minus 5 comma 6. Now we have to find the radius of this circle. What is radius? Radius is a distance between the center and any point on the circle. So can I say that A is a point on the circle? Yes. So what is the distance between them? Will be the radius. That is OA is the radius. So the radius is equal to OA. Means the distance between 3 comma 2 and minus 5 comma 6. That is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square minus 5 minus 3 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square 6 minus 2 whole square. So minus 5 minus 3 is minus 8 whole square plus 6 minus 2 is 4 square. So minus 8 square is 64 plus 4 square is 16. So root 64 plus 16, that is 80. And you can write it as 16 into 5. Root 16 is 4 root 5. So 4 root 5 units is the length of the radius. Next, collinear points. We learn about collinear points. What are collinear points? The name itself is saying, in this you have a line. So collinear points means the points which lie on the same line are called collinear points. Now you take a points A, B, C. If you observe, they are on the same line. Therefore, they are called collinear points. The points that lie on the same line are called collinear points. So here A, B, C are collinear points. Now you take P, Q, R. They are not on the same line. So if you observe, if you join P and Q, that is Q is not on this line. Okay, therefore PQR are not collinear points. So when you have 3 points, either they are collinear or non-collinear, or they form a line or they form a triangle. They form a line. If they are collinear, they form a line. If they are non-collinear, they form a triangle. Means if they are collinear, they can't form a triangle. Okay, so this is the definition you have to remember. Okay, so now let us take some more points. And what is the geometrical proof for these collinear points? Let us take these 2 points, checking the collinearity. Now you have A, B, C, they are on the same line. Let us say that B is lying between A and C. So if you join A, B and B, C, means if you add A, B plus B, C, will you get AC or not? Yes. So this is the condition for the collinearity. If A, B, C are collinear points, then AB plus BC is equal to AC. As B is in between, so you are writing AB plus BC is equal to AC. Suppose you have something like this. Here you have B, here you have A, here you have C. Then what you will write? BA plus AC is equal to BC. Okay. Suppose C is in middle. Okay, here B, here you have A. Then you will write it as BC plus CA is equal to BA. Okay. So in other words, sum of any two sides, if you can line segments, let us say, if the sum of the two line segments is equal to the third line segment, then we say that these 3 points are collinear points. Okay, AB plus BC is equal to AC. Okay, so let us have one problem on this. Verify whether the points 1, 2, minus 3, 4 and 7, minus 1 are collinear or not. So let us take those points as A, B, C. Let us find AB first. What is A here? 1, 2. And what is B? Minus 3, 4. So we have to find AB, BC and CA, and we have to check whether the sum of two values will give the third value or not. So if they give the third value, they are collinear. Otherwise, they are not collinear. Now AB under root x2 minus x1 whole square minus 3 minus 1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square 4 minus 2 whole square. So that is equal to square root of minus 3 minus 1 minus 4 whole square plus 4 minus 2 2 square. So that is 4 square is 16 plus 2 square is 4, that is root 20. So if you simplify, this will be 5 into 4. Root 4 is 2. So 2 root 5. This is AB. Let us find BC. What is B? Minus 3, 4 and C is 7, minus 1. Let us find the distance between them. 7 minus of minus 3. 7 plus 3 whole square plus minus 1 minus 4 whole square. So that is 7 plus 3 is 10 square plus minus 1 minus 4 minus 5 whole square. So that is root 100 plus 25 is 125. You can write this as 25 into 5. So root 25 is 5. So 5 root 5. Okay. So next let us find CA or AC, whatever it is. So that is 7, minus 1 is C, 1, 2 is A. Let us find the distance between them. 1 minus 7 whole square plus 2 minus of minus 1, 2 plus 1 whole square. 1 minus 7 is minus 6 whole square plus 2 plus 1 is 3 square. So 3 minus 6 whole square is 36 plus 3 square is 9, 45. So you can write it as, 3 square is 9. So 36 plus 9 is 45. That is, you can write it as 9 into 5. So root 9 can be written as 3 root 5. Now you check whether sum of any two lengths will give the third one or not. See, if you add 2 root 5 and 3 root 5, will you get 5 root 5 or not? Therefore, we can say that AB plus CA will give you the BC. Okay, that is 2 root 5 plus 3 root 5 will give you 5 root 5 or not? Yes. Therefore, A, B, C are collinear points. So this is how you have to prove the points are collinear. Okay. If you like the video, do comment, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.